Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jamie and you should hit that subscribe button. I'm a senior at Binghamton University and today I'm going to be talking about my mental health story. So essentially, I am sharing personal details of my life that no one asked for. Yeah! You're welcome. About a year ago, I posted a video where you could tell I was slowly deteriorating throughout the video. It started like this. And then turned into this.
It's been a little bit of a rough morning, but I'm at a leadership conference.
It's 12:12, so it's now afternoon.
Long time no vlog. I've been crying all day. It's great. I can't tell you why.
And ended like this.
I did not film my breakdown that just happened, but after my sorority chapter meeting, I kind of broke down and I had like a 15-minute panic attack and I couldn't breathe and I was hyperventilating and it was really scary.
I was not doing well. And so today I just want to share with you what caused that, what happened, and how I now got to where I am today. I was really vague in that video, but today I do want to share with you what kind of triggered that episode and what kind of happened there. Let's get right into the video. So last fall, I was a junior. I was taking a few classes for my major. My major is English. I was doing an internship in the athletics department. I was interning in our dining services as a social media intern. I was holding 3 chair positions in my sorority and I was just incredibly busy. And by that point, I knew I wanted to work in sports communications. I had just done a PR internship over the summer, so I loved working in PR. And I had gotten about a month and a half of experience in the athletics department at Binghamton, so I knew that was where I wanted to be. However, I was an English major. I was taking classes like journalism that allowed me to pursue some sort of passion that I liked, but none of my classes really related. And my social media intern with dining services, I didn't love it because it was tons of hours a week and it wasn't something I was super duper interested in. I had no free time and I wasn't completely happy with anything I was doing, and I was really wondering, like, what is my place in Binghamton? Why am I here? Like, I know what I want to do, I know what my end goal is, and I feel like nothing I'm doing here is helping me. I was just kind of in this place where I felt like I had no purpose in Binghamton, and I felt like I was just stumbling through life at that point. If you're in a sorority or you've watched a sorority video, you know what Big Little is. A Big is essentially assigned to a new member to guide them through the process and be their, like, stereotypically best friend. So I had been in my sorority for a year at that point and I really wanted to have a little. I tried to take a little, I met with all the girls, and basically what happened was I didn't get a little. It was just the way that the pairings worked out, and I'm obviously so happy with my little now. But I didn't get a little that semester. It's something that is to be expected in a smaller sorority. It does happen. I'm not the only one it's ever happened to, and I won't be the last person it happens to. But for me at that point, it was really hard for me to get that information that I wouldn't be getting a little sister that semester because, like I had established, I didn't feel like I had a place in Binghamton and I didn't know what my purpose was. And I think I put a lot of emphasis on Big Little that semester because I thought that getting a little would give me something to do in Binghamton. It would give me a week to spoil her and craft for her and give me tons of things to do, and at the end of that I would have a new best friend. That's kind of what triggered my weekend to turn into a weekend of me crying the whole weekend because I was upset, and it was understandable, and I'm obviously so happy with the way it turned out now. At that moment in time I felt stuck. I didn't feel like I had a place and I didn't know what I was doing in Binghamton, like I said. So that is what triggered that panic attack that I had that weekend, and then I realized I really needed to do something. I needed to get my mental health under control because I felt like I was drowning. I decided to go to the University Counseling Center and meet with someone there, and they would essentially find me an off-campus therapist. So at Binghamton, we have our University Counseling Center, but they're only there to treat like emergent issues, and then their main source is to outsource you. So the first issue here was that the University Counseling Center does not take appointments online. You have to either call them or go into the office. So I have anxiety calling people over the phone. So I was like, I can't do that. I was just sitting in the marketplace at school and I said to one of my friends, I was like, can you come with me? And she said yes. So I went to the counseling center and I made an appointment. So this was on Monday and I was not able to get an appointment until Friday. Also on Monday, I realized that I was beating myself down and I needed more free time in my life. So I quit my internship, the one with dining services that I wasn't happy in. I just went and I quit. And I went to the University Counseling Center that Friday. Then I met with them. I basically told them what was going on and they said, okay, here's a list of therapists that you can go to off campus. And I was like, all right, thanks. From there, it took me a little bit to finally get in touch with a therapist, but I did. Her name was, I'll just call her Julie. Her name was Julie. And I scheduled an appointment with her and I went in and we had a chat. At this point, it had already been 2 weeks since my panic attack. So at that point, I was kind of already digging myself out. For me, my goal with therapy was to sink into some of my deeper issues and be able to prevent things from happening in the future. We would meet and we would talk and I would just tell her some things that were going on, and like I was spending so much time trying to figure out what to tell her to try to maybe dig deeper into things and figure things out, and like I feel like we just weren't getting anywhere.
I think essentially I wanted her to be able to like ask me probing questions to try to figure out why I was like this, and I think we just weren't on the same page, and I think that's why it didn't work out. But I wasn't able to express that because I don't know how to express my words.
And I was spending more time being anxious about what I was going to say in this appointment than I was at therapy. And I think that's the longer version of why I stopped going to therapy. But I also use humor as a coping mechanism. So I just tell everyone that I stopped going to therapy because she said I was depressed and I don't like the D word, so I quit. Which, I mean, obviously like using humor as a coping mechanism here. So, I mean, I definitely probably shouldn't have quit at that point, but essentially I needed to find a better therapist.
Not a better therapist, just someone that was able to catch my vibe more and maybe help with what I was looking for.
But by that point, I was feeling better. I quit my internship. I was spending more time with my friends, and even some of my classes and my internship that I was still doing felt like they were getting better. It felt like I was finding more of a purpose to be here. I got elected vice president of my sorority, and I just like thought I was doing more things that were going to be beneficial to me. So at that point in my life, I was doing well. So I think that's not like a typical story for everyone, because some people do need therapy to make it out and some people need more help and medications. But for me, it just took time, and I had to work it out. I worked things out on my own. I made changes in my life. I started going to the gym more because endorphins make you happy, and I was talking to someone. It wasn't necessarily working, but I was talking to someone. So for me, I was able to kind of dig myself out and figure out where I wanted to be and position myself in a place where I could accomplish that. I'm still not 100% happy with my life at Binghamton. I love my friends, I love my apartment, I love the school itself, but I don't love that there's not a class, I'm not taking classes that fulfill me. But I've learned how to do things that make me happy. So I work out, that makes me happy. I hang out with my friends, I watch YouTube videos, I make content, and I am just finding ways to fulfill myself rather than looking for it in other people. And I think that's really important. I think that's a really important skill set that everyone needs to have. When I was thinking about making this video, I really just wanted to share that you have the power inside of you to make changes in your life, and you may need guidance from people on what decisions to make, and you may need things that knock you off your feet. And it's okay to be sad every once in a while. It's okay to be in a rut. It's okay to not be okay. I think mental health is so stigmatized in this world. I think it's scary to talk about your feelings, it's scary to talk about your problems, but it's okay to do so. Like, your friends are there for you, your family is there for you. If that's not working, you can go to therapy and you can talk things out with someone who's an impartial source. And I plan on going back to therapy, still trying to get to the root of my underlying issues and finding out why sometimes I'm more anxious than others, and why sometimes it feels like I'm always sad, you know? I think at this point in my life, I feel like I'm in a really good place. I'm graduating in 2 months, and I just feel like I'm in so much of a better place than I was at this time last year. And I guess if you saw my video at this time last year, or if you've just seen it in the past, like, I wasn't doing well, and now I am. So just wanted to put it out there that it gets better. you are capable of changing your life. This was more of a serious kind of video. It's not my usual humor video, but I wanted to put it out there that I'm not perfect. I struggle with things. Everyone is struggling with something and you're not alone. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you in my next regularly scheduled programming. Bye bye.